Sometimes finding creativity feels impossible. We are looking to share a vision, but it cannot be shared. We're looking to express ourselves, yet we can't. It's as if it's lost in a void. That void is comprised of doubt and fear. That void is exploitative and unforgiving. That void will eventually become sentient. A dark, shadowy figure is now born. Its darkness begins to envelop you. It begins to speak. It begins to yell. You are nothing. You are not good enough. You are a failure. As the void gets darker and its grasp on you gets tighter, it becomes clear that all along, you are that void. This video is a new outlet for me, a way to share the feelings that I have. Also a way to share what has given me inspiration, a muse. I want to show you the things that make me me. So we can start off with the obvious. In the world of horror. World of Horror is a game that I accidentally found browsing PC Game Pass in 2020. I was amazed by its artwork and style. I booted it up, and I hate to say it, I hated it. Something just felt off. I guess I wasn't ready to enter the world of horror just yet. But a lot of things happened that year. I changed in a lot of ways because of it. I became more cynical and isolated for the obvious reasons. So that game was too much for me to dive into. I needed something small and insignificant to occupy my now never-ending free time. Spending time with animals in Animal Crossing to help me forget what we were going through. That game always loomed in the back of my head, its art and sounds calling back to me. So, I did what I was supposed to. I answered, and I'm glad that I did. It was crafted with love of the HP variety. The Genji Ito-esque art, and even the PC-88 cold open is haunting yet beautiful. The chiptune soundtrack can be memorable and fits alongside the game well. It is obvious the creator wanted to show their love and respect for the things that inspired them. World of Horror is a roguelite survival horror point-and-click RPG. That was a lot of words to describe something, but it is also accurate. The first story is called The Spine-Chilling Story of the School Scissors, which is aptly named since it takes place in a Japanese school and there are scissors involved. You are tasked with solving the mystery of the missing students and the rumor of a woman who has come back from the dead. Playing this tutorial will get you used to the base mechanics, as it's teaching you how to explore, use inventory items, and solve small puzzles, while also introducing you to reason and stamina, which is this game's health system. If any of these go down below 0, you will die. you eventually come across your first boss, which you should be able to defeat with relative ease. But that's when things change and the world of horror opens up. Things become interesting on your standard world of horror game. You are greeted by the backstory of the eldritch gods who are coming to destroy the world, and you are there to stop them. Your character will have their own stats that include strength, dexterity, perception, knowledge, charisma, and luck, and you'll need to upgrade these stats in order to assist you along the way. You find out what god you are trying to stop, and you also get your first Old Gods rule. An Old God rule is a debuff that will affect your entire run. In this run, I received a debuff that will increase my Doom counter for every time I rest at home. What is Doom? Doom is like time. Every action you take, like shopping or visiting a hospital, or hell, even failing a skill check can increase Doom. And when your Doom counter hits 100%, it's game over. After every mystery, you get another Old Gods rule, ready to make your run a little harder. You start each run inside of your apartment, prepping yourself for the missions ahead. Inside you have a few things you can interact with. The television gives you information on the world and how it's affected by the old gods. The bath gives you the ability to gain stamina or reason or fill a water bottle if you have one. You can also change the way your character looks, and even look outside of the peephole of the apartment door, giving yourself a possible fright along the way. The final room is where you start the investigation. Inside of the room you'll see a board with 5 random mysteries with multiple endings. You have to beat all of the mysteries on the board to get to the final level. As you play the game, you will notice that each decision has more weight. Visiting an area to investigate may or may not have an encounter. That encounter may or may not have a damning effect on you in multiple ways. You can gain an item. You can gain Doom. You can gain or lose stamina. You can gain or lose reason. You can recruit allies at the cost of experience. You can gain experience at the cost of your actions. Every choice taken, you feel the weight of the trade-offs, just like in life. With every choice taken or left untaken, the weight of actions left undone occupies the mind, growing heavier and heavier as the curiosity of the unknown piles up fast.